Johnny Edgar, Juho Valtonen, Leonardo Marsiglia, Pietro Deleguanti, Mattias Salonen, Axel Saniala, Roman Stanek, Olin Galiviera, the last two world champions together on the 16th row, Pedro Hiltbrand from 2016, Danny Curl from 2017, and then we have a Scandinavian back of the grid for Gabriel Nord and Robin Sario. This is it, the moment of truth, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you've got a front row seat and a good box of popcorn, because you are going to be very, very entertained as the best seat in the house here at Kristianstad. Travisanutto and Vidalis, Janker and Coluccio, Van der Helm and Millel, Thompson and Patterson, Oberg and de Brabanda, Rosso and Pescador, Prijan and Gustafsson, Baj and Bradshaw, Van Berlo and Jutsemis, Sizov and Sato, Kovac and Havercourt, Edgar and Valtonen, Marsiglia and Deliguanti, Salonen and Saniala, Stanek and Galiviera, Hiltbrand and Curl, and Nord and Sario. We have one kart in trouble already off the start, unfortunately, and that is the 63 that is not getting away by the look of it. That is Gabriel Nord. Unfortunately, his tireless efforts to get himself into the race look like they could be up the spout already. But if they can get him started before the second formation lap, he should just be able to slot in at the back of the field. So they will try their best to get him back into this race. So this is the one everybody's been waiting for. The moment of truth is upon us. Travisanutto versus Janker for the World Championship. Are we going to see the race of the century? So far, we have seen so many incredible battles in the Karting World Championship. Just to give you a list of the men who have come before and taken all in an amazing crop of drivers. It has been an absolutely sensational run of champions over the last few years. Flavio Camponeschi, Tom Joyner, Lando Norris, Carol Baj, Pedro Hiltbrand and Danny Curl, the last three of which are in this very grid. And just look at the list of names in the past who have competed in the World Championship at this level. Max Verstappen, Lance Stroll, George Russell, Antonio Giovinazzi, Oliver Rowland, Will Stevens, Jean-Eric Verne, Valtteri Bottas, Nico Hulkenberg, Michael Amamula, Pastor Maldonado, Michael Schumacher, Lewis Hamilton, Nico Rosberg, Heikki Kovalainen, Kimi Räikkönen, Fernando Alonso, Jenson Button, and the late, great Jules Bianchi. The list is endless. And now these men are beginning to join them in the list of the Hall of Fame. An absolutely amazing battle for the championship of the world. Travisanutto on the left, Vidalis on the right, Janker in behind, Coluccio alongside, Van der Helm, Millel, Thompson, Patterson, Oberg and de Brabanda. Grab onto something, pin back your ears. We're going round again. The tension's too much for the front row men, and it's a false start, so we're going round one more time. Oh, as if the tension and the pressure cooker wasn't high enough already. We are going around for a third formation lap. Everybody has got themselves a good seat in the house. Nico Rosberg bouncing around on the starting gantry, partly because of the cold, but partly because of the energy of this exceptional event. It's going to be a sensational race to watch with these two men, Travisanutto and Janker, who've been at each other's throats most of the season. Janker will start behind him on the second row, but that inside line is going to be crucial. Can David Vidalis overhaul them both around the outside? In the wet, it was proven possible yesterday and on Friday, but in the dry, it's going to be very tough indeed. But once you settle into a position on that first lap, you can then allow the other 24.5 kilometers of the race to play it out for itself. So Lorenzo Travisanutto of the Rosberg Academy for the Kart Republic race team is on pole position. David Vidalis for Tony Kart is in second. The TB Racing man Hannes Janker in third, ahead of Birolat's Luigi Coluccio. The second man on the TB squad in fifth position, Tymon van der Helm. And the second man for Tony Kart in the top six, Noah Millel. Are we going to see an 18-year-old hometown hero, Noah Millel, take the crown on home soil? Or is it going to be the battle of the century we all think it could be? It's going to be a brilliant start from the front. And Travisanutto and Janker go to war. Vidalis moves the cover off Coluccio, who's down the inside, gunning for third position. He's not going to get there, so he tucks into third place. And there's contact further back, and there's all sorts of people in trouble. That looks to me like Tymon van der Helm has gone, and so too has Andrea Rosso by the look of it. So a lot of people down the order. Two more have come off at the back end of the field. Several drivers in trouble. One of them looks like he's on a Tony Kart chassis, so a big problem. Ren Sato has dropped to the very back of the field, and sadly, it looks to me as though so too has one of the Tony Karts, as we mentioned. Not sure who it was, unfortunately, But it is time to go racing again for the front runners. It looks like Alexei Sizov is the man who has dropped down the order, we think, but we'll catch it up. Travisanutto has bolted out of the blocks on this first lap, and he is large and in charge out front, with second place man Janker being chased down by Vidalis, Coluccio, and in fifth place Noah Millel from Patterson and Thompson.
Remember what we said, Jacob, before the race about Hannes Janker trying to start from the right line on the starting grid after what happened in the previous qualifying heat. For now, it just paid off as he gained one position into second place, chasing Lorenzo Travisanutto. We're back again with this battle between two of the best youngsters out there on the track. Travisanutto against Janker. The battle is on, and it's going to last for the next 24 laps for sure. 23rd place for David Vidalis. Luigi Coluccio is just behind, still in fourth position. This is your battle going on track at the moment. Going wide behind is Noah Millel, with Dexter Patterson pressuring him just behind. Harry Thompson as well, the two Brits are going to try to make up the order as much as they can, as this is one more lap completed. Travisanutto still in the lead, but Hannes Janker is there, and Janker is losing second position to David Vidalis, who goes wide. Hannes Janker taking the inside line, and Coluccio just behind.
Here comes
Coluccio going, yes he does.
Oh, brilliant. Vidalis down to fourth position as a result of it all. Janker and Coluccio get through into second and third. Vidalis running wide as he makes his bid to get into second place past Janker. This is a big problem for the German. He needs to get back on terms with Travisanutto, and fast, because these men are trying to challenge. There's a good chance the Italian could run away and hide if he gets an opportunity. Watch for Harry Thompson as he tries to duck in on the inside of Dexter Patterson on the exit, and he's through. Nice move from the Red Bull Junior as he now tucks up in behind the Ricky Flynn Motorsport man. He's up to sixth position. Good job from Thompson, trying to emulate Lando Norris from 4 years ago.
Yeah, fantastic move from further back. Dexter Patterson getting past Harry Thompson. No, my apologies, for fifth place. And there's the battle that keeps on going. Luigi Coluccio behind Hannes Janker. One more lap completed as they come across the start-finish line. And Nico Rosberg likes what he sees on track. Lorenzo Travisanutto, one of his two drivers of this year's Academy, is leading the show for the moment. 1 second ahead on Hannes Janker, who has a lot to do at the moment. Within third place, Luigi Coluccio, increasing the pressure to Billy Hart Racing driver. And there it gets very angry and messy between those three drivers.
Yes, indeed. Millel is now up into fourth place past Vidalis. So Millel has made the move, but Vidalis is trying to come back, and his Swedish teammate Millel is not going to let him go. Thompson's going to try and come round the outside of both of them. He's not quite going to get there, but that is absolutely relentless from Thompson, trying to make his way through. He has to slot back into sixth position, but that just shows you the kind of gusto you're going to
a lot
from this young Brit. Absolutely terrific from Thompson. He's not quite done yet. There's a long way to go. This is only the end of lap 4 as Travisanutto leads the way. Janker second, Coluccio third, and at this rate, it looks like these three could run away with it.
Can you imagine to have 21 laps to go already, and we have so much to see at the commentate on track. This is the final of the weekend. This is the final of the year for the OK category, and there's so many battles going on, especially in the midfield for the biggest position. There we go, in the midfield with Luigi Coluccio, Noah Millel, and then the rising pressure, the 21 with David Vidalis just behind, and there goes Vidalis trying to take the inside line on his teammate.
Oh,
and there's contact.
There's still contact. Millel's gone wide. Someone else has gone up behind them as well. That's one of the Lennox drivers. What has happened to Millel as a result of that? He has dropped in behind Vidalis, and somehow they have kept their positions. Vidalis is there still in fourth from Millel, Patterson and Thompson, but there is a queue building behind them. Åberg, Bradshaw, then it looks to me to be tucked in behind them, that's Johnny Edgar filing in behind. So there is an absolute train of karts coming through to try and take the battle. I cannot believe the two Tony Kart teammates A, hit each other, and B, have maintained their positions. Absolutely astonishing.
Yeah, I believe we've witnessed some sort of little miracle for Noah Millel, and David Vidalis still in course for the best position, but with a big gap further back.
Somebody on the live stream just said Travisanutto gone. No, he's not. Janker's closing in. He's just set the new fastest lap. Janker's not done yet. Thompson's going to get the move on Åberg. Very nicely done there to hang on in front of the Swede. And Johnny Edgar's going to try and go to battle past Victor Åberg, who is working his magic. But Johnny Edgar's going to get a good exit. He can't quite dive to the inside. Brilliant tussling in this World Championship final. But out in front, it is Travisanutto leading the way from Hannes Janker as Felipe Massa, CIK FIA president, looks on at the battle in front of him. Travisanutto versus Janker. This is the race we came to see, and we're getting it at the front. But look at the closeness of the field behind, as everybody's still very much up for a shout. Behind the top 10 of Edgar and Bradshaw, at the bottom of it is Gustafsson, Baj, Kovac, Valtonen, Galiviera, Vanderhelm, De Brabanda, Stanek, Van Berlo. Curl is 20th, would you you believe. Brijan, Jutsemis, Pescador, Havercourt, Hiltbrand, Rosso, Marcellia, Sario, Salonen, Sato, Delinquenti, Sizov and Saniala. Only one retirement. That's the man who didn't start, Gabriel Nord.
And in the meantime, Hannes Janker, you can see on your screen, is increasing the pressure, getting closer to Lorenzo Travisanutto. He's going to have a lot of work and a lot of effort to put together to try to hold the position for as long as he can. But Hannes Janker has other plans in his mind, and he's going to go for that first position. He's going to go. He knows, he feels that the title is up for grabs. Hannes Janker, who has already one title under his belt, the European competition earlier this year. That could be 2 out of 2 for Janker, even though we're still a long way to go. But there is your battle for first position. Travisanutto, Janker separated by less than 0.4 of a second, but there is behind Luigi Coluccio.
Janker, he is closing in on Travisanutto. He's dialing him in. This isn't going to take too long for the German to be on him. They shaked hands and embraced on the start-finish line that there would be a fair fight. They love racing each other, these two. They are absolute implacable rivals. Off the track, they are best buds, but on the circuit, after the gates, no mates, as they say. Absolutely amazing. And that is Victor Åberg. Victor Åberg has gone from the top 10. Disaster for Victor Åberg. That was a great chance to be in the top 10 of the World Championship finals. It's now gone. He has got the kart going again, I do believe, but it's all over for Victor Åberg's world title dreams. Travisanutto and Janker still far out in front, and they are pulling away from Coluccio, who is still in touch with them. He's the only one to be with them. Vidal is in 4th. Patterson now up to 5th, having got past Noah Millel. Harry Thompson still there in 7th place. We could see 2 Brits in the top 6, but Noah Millel is the man who knows this circuit like the back of his hand. So it's going to be a long shot to see Millel drop out of that top 6 battle, but this is what we came to see, and I think Hannes Janker has been hanging back a little bit over the course of this weekend. He is gaining ground. Thompson in 7th is being caught, by the way, by 2 Brits, Johnny Edgar and Callum Bradshaw, and the 2015 world champion Carol Baj has made his way up into 10th position. So some great comebacks in this race. However, this is going to be an absolutely spectacular run. One of the drives of this race so far, though, is the 32, the Forza Racing man, Johnny Edgar, started 15 places further back on the grid in 23rd, and the young Red Bull ace is now up to 8th position. Even if he doesn't win the world title, everyone's going to take notice of that young man.
Definitely, as Johnny Edgar had a difficult... And there goes a change for the lead. Hannes Janker taking the inside line. And Travisanutto fighting back. No, he doesn't. Hannes Janker now leading the World Championship event here in Kristianstad.
Janker's got him.
Is there.
Janker's got him. What an amazing move. I did say that he'd been hanging back through the course of the weekend. Now he has leapt for Travisanutto, and it's up to the Italian stallion to fight back. What can he do in the hairpin as the German tyrant himself, Hannes Janker, continues to charge his way out in front? The man in black has come to seek out another alien victim, and Travisanutto in 2nd position, now charging him down. Coluccio in 3rd place, still hanging in touch in the red and white of the Birol Art colours. But now it's up to Travisanutto. What can he do about Hannes Janker? If Hannes Janker opens up the tabs and disappears, then he's going to be the first man for a long time to be back-to-back European and world champion.
Yeah, we are not yet halfway through this final. 25 laps in total, 10 completed. We're in the 11-1, and we have a new leader, Hannes Janker, now leading the way. Travisanutto in 2nd position. A bit further back on your screen is David Vidales in 4th position that we had in a battle with Dexter Patterson. Noah Millel is not far behind, 0.3 of a second in 6th position. Harry Thompson at number 2, because a runner-up of the European Championship is not far behind either. Johnny Edgar is 8, Callum Bradshaw is 9, and Carol Bass is closing up the top 10. Fantastic piece of racing from Johnny Edgar further back in 8th with 15 places gained since the start. As we say, Edgar is really one of the big names to keep an eye on for the future, but had such a difficult Saturday. Still wins, but as well retirements. That's the reason why he had to start so far back on the grid, but now he's back into contention in the top 10.
So with Hannes Janker leading the way, Lorenzo Travisanutto still trying to stay with him in 2nd place, and 3rd position Luigi Coluccio there to pick up the pieces in case anything should befall them. This battle for 4th position is not done and dusted yet. We've got Vidales, Patterson and Millel all over each other, with Thompson being hunted down by his fellow Red Bull young gun Johnny Edgar. They are 7th and 8th 8th in this World Final. Don't forget, this is the first time either of these Red Bull youngsters have competed in the World Championships as a senior. Incredible from the 14-year-olds. 7th and 8th places, these two. No wonder Red Bull chose them. Bradshaw in 9th. Baj in 10th from Gustafsson, Galiviera, Van der Helm all the way down in 13th. I thought he'd be a stronger force than this, but that off on the first lap has really ended any chance he might have had of being world champion. Then Joao Valtonen, Jean Kovac is 15th for the Ralf Schumacher Motorsport team. His teammate Yannick de Brabander is there up the inside. Patterson goes for 4th place and gets it straight back again. Vidales, a brilliant bit of racing between these two as they continue their war for 4th position, and with Thompson closing in, I think it's only going to intensify.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's going to go for it. Dexter Patterson is in trouble as Vidales made his way back into 4th position. Patterson still behind Noah Miller and Harry Thompson, as you said, both trying to increase the pressure to make up the field. He coming across the start-finish line. The top front leaders, Hannes Janker, increasing his gap, still a bit less than half of a second on Lorenzo Travisanutto. Still, everything is possible for the Kart Republic driver. Those two teammates under the same team, but not the same colors, as we have Janker in front of Travisanutto. As someone out, and there's a bit of messy contact in the chicane. It's happening a bit further back on your screen. Still 3rd position, Luigi Colicchio, no problem at all for the Italian driver, is really on his own, but he's battling just behind as we have Dexter Patterson trying to get past David Vidales once again, and Noah Miller is going to try to get into the open door.
Oh, Johnny Edgar's gone past his fellow Red Bull graduate, Harry Thompson. Thompson gets him straight back again, so Edgar is getting feisty here in 8th position. Come on, Harry, get on with it, mate, as they come up towards the final hairpin. A great bit of dueling between these two. It's like the beginning of a pub joke, isn't it? 3 Brits walked into a duel with Tony Kart as they battle down the main straight. Really exciting stuff between these 5. Vidales, Patterson, Millell, Thompson and Edgar, and they are dueling for 4th position, the best of the rest spot, if you like, in the World Championship final of 2018 here at the Åsum Ring International at Kristianstad in Sweden.
Yeah, we often count on the Italian drivers or the Swedish drivers for this World War event as they were. And there comes the challenge. Patterson taking the inside line of Vidales once again in the corner number 6. And there he succeeds this time with Vidales trying to hold to his position with Noah Miller just behind. And the two Tony Kart drivers are going to battle side by side. But now the Spaniard is still the upper hand on Noah Miller, who's going to try to make a position as much as he can. In 6th place still, Noah Miller, one of the best Swedish drivers out there. And there he goes, taking the inside line in corner number 12. But could Vidales try to fight back? Yes, he does. Side by side onto the straight finish line into turn number 1. And this is Vidales, ladies and gentlemen, that gets the upper hand.
That was fantastic stuff for the two Tony Kart teammates. They could easily have made that a bit of a war, but they continue on in fine fashion. Janker still has Travisanutto close enough to challenge in the latter stages of this race. I don't think Lorenzo Travisanutto's hit the panic button yet. We've had 15 laps. We are now 10 to go, and Lorenzo is still very much in contention for this World Championship. He knows what's at stake here, and he knows how hard he's got to work to close up on that man, Hannes Janker, who is still out in front. But Travisanutto in the Rosberg Academy colours, running for the Kart Republic squad, still running well in 2nd position, but there is still a long way to go as they come up and over the crest. 9 laps to go for Janker versus Travisanutto. This is better than any boxing match you want to put on. These two have been already racing each other for every single apex over the course of the weekend, and now it's up to these guys, Hannes Janker and Lorenzo Travisanutto, for the championship of the world.
Yeah, and what a race those guys are being able to put together. This is absolutely fantastic. The conclusion of what has been an hectic weekend of racing here on the Åsum International of Kristianstad. We have a bit more than 9 laps to go, a bit less now, as 16 has been completed. Hannes Janker still holding the lead, as you can see on your screen. Still less than half of a second is Travisanutto trying to catch up. Amazingly enough, those two have been able to stay in the same gap for the last course of the last laps. So impressive performance from both of those drivers, crossing the start-finish line again, as you can see on the picture. 0.4 of a second. Lorenzo Travisanutto has just gained just a bit of time, but will it be enough to try to keep building on that speed? Luigi Colicchio is far behind, 2 seconds at the moment. Then Dexter Patterson is increasing his lead on Noah Millell in 4th position, 1.1 second between Patterson in 4th and Noah Millell in 5th. But Johnny Edgar is still in contention for a potential top 4, as the Ford Racing driver has made up 17 places so far into 6 and is not far behind behind Noah Millet in 5th.
This is a clean fight and a straight fight, and it's great to see so many brilliant drivers, masters of their craft, giving it absolutely tooth and nail, hammer and tongs around the circuit as they duel for the World Championship. But so far, it is Janker from Travisanutto. It is the reverse of the start of the race. But I do think there is one more chapter still to go as Nico Rosberg punching the air as they came through that time. Come on, Lorenzo. You can get there, my friend. Hannes Janker in the lead at the moment from Lorenzo Travisanutto. But Luigi Coluccio is there in 3rd position for the Birolart squad. Looking good if these two should come to blows, and that could be on Luigi's mind. Just stay close to them. You never know what can happen. If they tangle and come off the circuit, Coluccio is going to be the one to pick up the pieces. He just needs to stay hungry and stay with them. A really good run this from Coluccio, and it looks to me as though the top 3 is settled, but not necessarily in that order. So 4th position, Patterson has now disappeared in front of Noah Millet, who is there in 5th position. Johnny Edgar has come through to P6. Where is Harry Thompson? Harry Thompson has disappeared from the fray. Thompson is out. So is Andrea Rosso. Unbelievable. We've lost 2 of them. Rosso and Thompson have gone out of the race together. And I wonder if they have had an incident on the track at the same time. It looks as though we've got an off up at turn 6. I think that is both karts positioned at the same place. So Harry Thompson is out of the race, and so too is Andrea Rosso. What a shame for Harry Thompson. We didn't see what happened to them, but unfortunately, both of their races for CRG and Ricky Flynn, respectfully, they are now over. They will not be world champion this year.
Yeah, such a disappointment for Harry Thompson, the runner-up of the European Championship. And there's another one of the drivers who actually had to retire. This is the 57 of... looking further
That's
back.
Robin Sario.
Robin Sario. This is a bit older in this race, but Harry Thompson just retired. That's one of the biggest news of this race, the runner-up of the European Championship. Unlucky after what has been a tricky weekend for him, that's for sure.
5 laps to go. Here comes Travisanutto. He's hunting down Hannes Janker. This is the moment to open up the taps, and he knows it. We are going to get a grandstand finish between these two. Travisanutto has just been keeping the kart relatively close to Hannes Janker, not pushing too hard, waiting for the moment of truth, and here it comes for the last 5 laps. It's going to be these two battling away. Make that 4 laps, because Travisanutto will not be close enough yet to go for the moment, but you can bet that these two are going to be absolutely squabbling in the last 4 laps. At each other's throats they will be, and what a sensational race it promises to be between Janker and Travisanutto. 4 to go for the Championship of the World. Only one of them can win it.
And there they are, the 2 Lions battling for the final victory on their way into the chicane. Hannes Janker, he has already 1 title under his belt this season. Lorenzo Travisanutto could have won that title. We know what happened on track during the European Championship. He has won up for grab here on the worldwide stage in Kristianstad. Those two separated by just 0.2 of a second as we speak. Less than 4 laps to go right for now. Hannes Janker has the upper hand, but for how long has Travisanutto has been able to decrease the gap and to increase the pressure at the same time on the Kart Republic driver, both into the same team, different colors, but right now for the win in this World Championship, there's nothing that matters, just the victory. And Lorenzo Travisanutto has understood that very well. As for Hannes Janker, he's going to go for it. He cannot stay behind for eternally. He's going to go for it, Travisanutto. He has less than 3 laps to go to do that.
Fastest of all in the first sector in this race, Hannes Janker. Fastest of all in the second sector in this race, Luigi Coluccio. Fastest of all in the third sector of this race, Lorenzo Travisanutto. It is ridiculously close between the top 3 men in terms of speed. Coluccio is sat still in 3rd position in front of Dexter Patterson, who looks safe and sound in 4th, with Johnny Edgar getting away from Millet. But that is not of significance until the finish line, because it's these two battling for the World Championship. Hannes Janker versus Lorenzo Travisanutto, and what a fight it's going to be as they head into the penultimate lap at the end of this one, and the first real chance for Lorenzo Travisanutto to make the play on Hannes Janker. Janker defending with a very cautious line on the inside there. Who's going to strike first?
They have never been so close into this whole race. Could he dare trying to overtake in the very last lap of this final? Travisanutto is just behind Hannes Janker. We shall see a maneuver coming up very soon. Corner number 4 maybe. A first attempt. Not yet, as Hannes Janker is closing up the door. Maybe a next one.
Here he goes! Here he goes! Travisanutto to the inside line. Squeezes Janker and he's through! Travisanutto takes the lead in the World Championship on the penultimate lap here at the Åsum Ring.
Fantastic maneuver from the Karting Republic driver, now in the lead. We're less than 2 laps to go from the checkered flag in this World Championship event, and Travisanutto might have the upper hand on Janker, but still the German driver is very close. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna go for the last lap here in Kristianstad.
So, who's going to be the winner of the World Championship? Travisanutto's taken back the lead, but Janker is still there. And if ever he was going to go for a big, bold move, it's now. Nico Rosberg screaming on the starting gantry at Travisanutto. Go on, man! This is yours! Come and bring it home! Travisanutto into turn 4. He holds the advantage at the moment. Has he struck while the iron is perfectly hot? Janker is doing everything he can to get back on terms with him, but it looks to me as though the gap is large enough. Nico Rosberg's punching the air already. It's not done yet, Nico. Here they come. Travisanutto into the second sector. And the Italian stallion looks like he's going to bring it home. An absolutely superb performance from the 19-year-old. Big things will come of this moment. He's going to be a very popular world champion. Out of the final turn he will come. And in 2018 at Kristianstad, Lorenzo Travisanutto is the champion of the world. Yes! Brilliant! Lorenzo Travisanutto wins a sensational victory over Hannes Janker. An amazing win, and it's the first ever victory for the Rosberg Academy. And the Kart Republic squad will be euphoric. Dino Chiesa will be absolutely delighted. Lorenzo Travisanutto has come to town here in Sweden, and he becomes the latest Italian to conquer the Karting World Championship. He is the first Italian to win since 2012. Flavio Camponeschi winning the title 6 years ago. But the Italians are back. And it's Travisanutto from Hannes Janker and Luigi Coluccio in a brilliant third position. Dexter Patterson and Johnny Edgar in the top 5. Noah Millell on home soil gets 6th position. A brilliant result for him. 7th for Bradshaw. A fight back to 8th for Carol Baj. A disappointing 9th for David Vidales. A great comeback for the 101 of Olin Galli-Vieira in 10th. Tymon van der Helm is 11th from Juho Valtonen. Victor Gustafsson is ahead of Rasmus Jutsemis. Yannick de Brabander 15th in front of Petro Hiltbrand, fighting back to 16th. Roman Stanek is 17th. Glenn Van Berlo is 18th from Kaz Havercourt and Alexei Brijan. Leonardo Marcellia 21st from Jorge Pescador. Alexei Sizov is 23rd from Jean Bokovac. Danny Curl 25th from Matthias Salonen. Ren Sato, Pietro Deleguanti, Alexel Saniala and Victor Oberg, with only 4 retirements from the race. Gabriel Nord, who failed to start sadly, Robin Sario, Andrea Rosso and Harry Thompson. But the champion of the world has been crowned. His name, Lorenzo Travisanutto. Justice, as far as he's concerned, for his European campaign. And the Italian stallion has once again conquered it all.
My dear Jake, before getting to the podium, one final word from two, once again, very important person. We're happy to have Mr. Nicolas Todd here with us for this weekend, one of the partners of the Beryl Hart racing team. Mr. Todd, what a fantastic final we have seen. What do you think of that?
I mean, it was a great race, and it's always a pleasure to watch young talents who one day, maybe a few of them will reach Formula One. So it's important for me to attend those important races and to see the young talents coming up.
Certainly a bunch of young talents to keep an eye on for the years to come. Thank you very much, Mr. Ton. Mr. Massa, once again, the juniors put up a great show, but what about the seniors? Fantastic battle and one beautiful winner at the end.
Well, it's a really fantastic race we just saw now. It was a big fight from the first position at the beginning and then back at the end. I'm sure Nico is really, really happy. We just lost him for the interview because he's just going to congratulate his driver winning the World Championship for the first time. It's really a great event, and it was a great pleasure to be here in Kinterstad. So thank you very much.
And thank you very much to you. We find you back at the podium in a minute. Thank you very much, Mr. Felipe Massa. One driver from the Rosberg Academy didn't manage to get on first position, but the other one did so by winning the senior category. We're going to find them back on the podium in a minute. Over to you, Jake. The podium for the OK category is going to take place just in a couple of minutes. The time for the drivers to go around once again and one last time to the Kristianstad track for a tour d'honneur and the cheers of the public around them. And just after that, we're going to have the last podium ceremony with Mr. Felipe Massa and Mr. Rosberg. See you just in a few minutes. Over to you, Jake.
Thank you, Guillaume. What a race. What a World Championship final. That was exactly